Security, we have had professional after professional discuss the crisis on the border, okay? Discuss it over and over. We have tape, video of each and every one of these low-life politicians, predominantly Democrats, voting and discussing the need in the past for a barrier on our southern border. We have all of that. The crisis remains. It remains. It is a disaster of great proportions on our southern border. It has not stopped. Well before the election, remember? Well before the election. Oh, we were just drumming it up. Republicans were just whipping, trying to scare the American people into voting Republican on the southern border, issue of the southern border. We went right into Christmas. We have the sergeant, is it Singh? I forget his name. I'm sorry about that. I'm just doing it by memory. We have the sergeant out there in California, killed, leaving a wife and 3-month-old baby. The sergeant that was killed happened to be a legal immigrant that became a citizen and learned English and assimilated. Just like Tom Brochow, okay, Blochow from NBC said Sunday, they're not coming and assimilating, and they need to. And they're having little brown grandbabies. Oh, wow, I can say brown grandbabies now. Thank you, Tom Brokaw. Look it up, a.k.a. Tom Blochow. The crisis continues at our border. The strain, the stress in almost $150 to $200 billion a year in cost for us to educate, house, feed. The list goes on. Healthcare for these illegals. 150 to 200 billion a year in these costs. The crisis continues. It's not slowing down. But yet, the media can create a crisis and close a crisis overnight. And they will create the next one. Let's go to number 1. Okay? Now, on Friday, we had reports of air traffic controllers not showing up for work. And we had reports of LaGuardia there in New York International with flight delays, major flight delays, and some cancellations due to not being fully staffed in the air traffic controller tower. That was Friday. I guess they all just showed back up because since Friday, I've not read a report where air traffic controllers are trying to restaff. Okay? Number 4. Now, this was on day 26. Okay? Remember, day 26, 5 hours and 6 minutes and 49 seconds of this crisis. Government shut down day 27. Okay? Look at the trash. Now, did they show you any trash yesterday? Did they show you the workers out picking up the trash, cleaning up all this trash? But you remember on day 26, the trash piling up everywhere. I don't remember any reports Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. This crisis with the trash is over. Let's go to number 8. This was just on day 26. 5 hours, 5 minutes, and 19 seconds. Celebrity chef feeding unpaid federal workers. Disaster relief group gives free meals to government workers in D.C. Disaster relief group. The disaster was over Friday afternoon. They packed up their tents. They went home. I mean, did everybody recover overnight? Where are the pictures? Okay. Number 9. I remember this one, 26 Number 9, day 27. I remember this guy all too clear, very clear that morning saying, he's a government contractor, Department of Justice, and he's a government, and he said, I was home watching TV and they said that there's food and coffee for anybody that's felt any effect of the shutdown. So I just came down here. Now, I remember him because he was affected. He said he was watching TV and he felt, and the reason I bring him up, okay, is let me go to this one here. Josh, give me, see that guy there? I'll never forget, never, till the day I die, that guy just saying, well, they said anybody affected in any way, come on down, and I just wanted to, figured I'd come down and get some free food. Go to number 7. 22% personally inconvenienced by shutdown. The guy just should go to the last picture. That's the guy in the poll. He's in the 22%. Back to the 22. 22% personally inconvenienced. There was no crisis, folks. I'm going to tell you the crisis out of this that nobody talks about in a minute. But there was no crisis. 22% personally inconvenienced. Inconvenienced. So you drill that down and you take another 10 off that if you want to, okay? And, let's just bring it on down there. Maybe, let's say 10, 12, 13% that actually really were impacted, okay? For some reason, some way. All right, but inconvenienced. And then we have number 10. Has anybody gone to check on this woman? You remember I took this picture the other day in Lexington, Kentucky, MSNBC. The last thing before we go, federal worker, this is a dire emergency. Has anybody gone to check on this lady? Because there's no way in a dire emergency, in this hostage crisis, they were taken hostage in a dire emergency, starving, losing their cars, their houses, no food, going to the food banks. Could they recover between Friday and Monday? I just don't see it possible. Remember this lady here, number 12? Remember this? They were, give me number 12. Remember they were going all over and talking about, in just 3 or 4 days, your food stamp card will not work. Well, there's been reports of the network not accepting some food stamp cards. Federal government shutdown endangers SNAP benefits. They went to Orlando, Florida, and they found this lady, and she was in total fear that her and her baby, although she cannot find the daddy, and the daddy's ass is so sorry he will not work, and the daddy will not bring or help bring food into the house. She was worried the government could not take care of her in just a matter of days. Crisis averted. Remember this guy here, number 13? The faces. Remember, these were the faces of the shutdown. Local families struggling to make ends meet. I think that's what it says there at the bottom. And this was out in Arizona. The faces of the shutdown. He was trying to make a decision on what to do. He had to get his son's therapy. The faces of the... Has anybody checked on these people? Number 14. The shutdown. I thought I would go down memory road. It seems like it was just Friday. It was a crisis. Why just Friday, the deep state media was doing things like right here. Shutdown struggles. Forced to work for free. Forced to work for free. Wearing a disabled Vietnam veteran hat in Dallas. The shutdown struggles. Has anybody checked? And how about this one? Did they close? Or maybe, let's say this. Let's go to number 16. I just picked out a handful of pictures. I clipped all of these pictures through the shutdown because I don't want to ever forget. I don't think America should ever forget what we went through as a country for 35 days. I don't think we should. I think we should remind ourselves of the greatest disaster brought on by Donald Trump since Katrina. I think it's far too early to forget what we went through just Friday. Food pantry for federal workers springing up. This is day 33. Sonia Smith. I don't know what I'm going to do to pay my bills. There's the food pantries in New York. Maybe they're giving that food out to the homeless or something today or something. But I really, when I went through this, I decided number 17, another picture, cup of noodles. We're back to cup of noodles, man. Put it in a bag. And I mean, I know if all else fails, you could find water at the bus station while you're sleeping next to a locker, all curled up and homeless, and you could heat that up on a radiator and have cup of soup. Never forget, right? Never forget. Shutdown of 2019. Hashtag shutdown 2019. Never forget, man. I mean, there will be families that will be sitting around the table in 2022, 2024, 2026, and they'll be saying, remember the shutdown of 2019? I'll never forget it, man. Never forget it. We had to eat cups of noodles. Let's go to number 18. Five former DHS secretaries fund the critical mission of DHS. 800,000 federal workers to miss second paycheck. It was created crisis. Okay? There you go. And I told you this, all right? And give me this and I'll tell you why. I told you number 15. Last Friday, and just to put it, I did a segment yesterday. If you go to our YouTube channel, you will find it yesterday, what really happened last Friday that caused the President of the United States to open the government back up. Friday, there would have been another paycheck missed. LaGuardia was holding up planes on purpose for the media to get pictures of them sitting there in line to take off with no air traffic controllers. And they were doing everything. And if you noticed, and I'll say this and let it go, but if you'll notice last week, during the week, they were starting to get the representatives of the union, okay? The union, the air traffic controllers union, representatives of the TSA union. They were getting these unions on there saying we must fund and what this is going to cause, and we must fund TSA and air traffic controllers, so on and so forth. They were prepared. The media was in on it. They were totally prepared to nosedive the Super Bowl in Atlanta. Prepared to. They were prepared to hold up flights. They were prepared to make Atlanta Hartsfield International a disaster. The list goes on what they were prepared to do, which would do what? It would saturate local Georgia media, okay? It would saturate local Georgia media, and don't think for 1 minute that our Georgia media is conservative by any means. We have our AJC, and we have all the little local networks downtown, and they were prepared to run all the stories they could about what Donald Trump's government shutdown did to the Super Bowl. And then long after you guys got on the plane and went home, got on your private jets and went back home, and the Patriots left with the Lombardi Trophy for the 7th time or whatever, long after it was done and over with, and somebody allegedly murdered somebody up in Buckhead, when all the blood is wiped up and everybody's in the air and gone, it would leave our local media here to start running stories on the losses. And it would trickle into the national media of what you would see all these reports of, the Super Bowl generally brings in $1 billion, and this year it only brought in 780 million due to the government shutdown. And they would start running all the analysts of what the local economy lost. Okay, it's a big thing here in Georgia, and they start saying what the local economy lost, and Georgia, downtown Atlanta, was poised to make this and make that, and they didn't based on the shutdown, and to do anything they could to poison the 2020 water for David Perdue and Donald Trump in Georgia. Trust me, that's my take. So the crisis is over. We are waiting for the next one at any time that the media cares to create. They are sitting on their satellite trucks right now. They got a day or two off, and they're not out there hunting overflowing garbage cans. But State of the Union is next week. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Now go find out how to win this, and we'll give you more information when we get back. Josh, take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
And we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are weathering the 2019 storm here in North Georgia, the crisis here. There has been one or two posts in social media that say they see snowflakes. Snowflakes, snowflakes. But I'm still showing about 39, 38 degrees. This is our Valentine Day giveaway. I was told to leave it here and for me to promote this. First of all, how do you get in touch with the show? 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. There's our email address and all the social media ways to keep up with us. I want to thank our viewers out there for all your kind words. This phone I keep on 24/7, basically keep up with breaking news stories or something going on, or when you, the research team, want to send something to me. So last night, approximately 9:30, I received a call on the hotline here, and it was somebody that said they had an opportunity yesterday afternoon to watch my 22-minute video on why the President of the United States ended the shutdown and what was really going on, and they wanted to tell me how much they appreciated that video and how much they enjoyed it, and I thank you very much for that. So the Valentine's Day basket here that we have, I asked them not to involve me. I said, it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. But I said, you know what, I will help out for some lucky person out there. For one of you that just love stuff like this, and you love to go do everything and post it on social media, and you love to take a selfie, we're at the movies, we're at dinner, and you love to show everybody that you're getting a massage, whatever, this is for you. You know who you are out there. There are $200 worth or more of gifts here. $20 gift card from Carrington Coffee in Jasper, Georgia. You can have dinner at River Street Tavern down here in Ellijay, a $25 gift certificate in there for River Street Tavern. $50 hometown florist. Guys, you can get the roses, the candy, whatever, some balloons. You can get the balloons, Valentine. You can do it all here. $50 gift certificate, hometown florist. 2 movie tickets. I may snatch those. Those I may take. 2 movie tickets over to the fancy theater over here. Just don't go over there and watch some romantic comedy. Oh, well, you can do what you want. You're the winner. Anyhow, 2 movie tickets over there, and Tea Trees Boutique Aromatherapy Massage. Priceless. So that is, and how do you win? You go to Fetch Your News Facebook page. Fetch Your News Facebook page, and you will see all the details on how to win. So we are talking about the crisis and what is going on and what happened in the last crisis. Josh, I want to see a picture here if I can, all right? And I say this jokingly. Let's look at, now we have watched for a year, you and I have, okay? We have watched for probably over a year. We have watched for years. Remember there was that guy Chavez, Hugo Chavez down there in Venezuela. Remember that? You remember Citgo had to change their name to what, Valerio or whatever, something like that, because the American people wouldn't purchase Citgo gas products from this piece of garbage in Venezuela. We watched the dictatorship there for years, you and I. But now today, number 26, what did I tell you, man? Crisis in Venezuela. I mean, it seems like just Friday there was a different crisis. Now CNN says crisis in Venezuela. They didn't give a damn that the people had nothing to eat 6 months ago. They did not give a damn that, the soup of the night. And what is the soup of the night? Well, it's the pet of the... It's your neighbor's pet. I'm sorry I'm not laughing. Please forgive me, man. Get off my back. I'm not the reason they've been eating their pets. I'm not the reason that there's no dairy products on the shelf. I'm not the reason there's no Cheerios or Captain Crunch. That's not me. But today of all days, this morning, there's a crisis in Venezuela, according to CNN. Not last week when garbage cans were rolling over in America with trash. Not last week when rich people were feeling good about themselves as they bagged up cup of noodles for government employees. No! A whole different crisis last week. Today, we are concerned that the people in Venezuela have been on a real diet plan for 3 years that Americans can come nowhere near achieving at the gym and one of these fad diets. Holy mackerel! I'm sorry, maybe when I saw this, I said, oh, no, please don't tell me there's a crisis in Venezuela. Please don't tell me that socialism has failed. One of the wealthiest countries in South America at one time. I'm sorry, I probably enjoyed that way too much, but you and I have known that Venezuela, there's a crisis and it failed a long time ago. Here is the real crisis. Let me go over a couple things, okay? Number 27. This is the CBO, okay? Congressional Budget Office. Now, the Congressional Budget Office has a hard time getting anything correct, okay? They can't balance a debit card account with $1,000 in it, all right? So we're not going to take them at their word, but here's what MSNBC at 5 a.m. started out with: CBO on government shutdown. Underlying those effects on the overall economy are much more significant effects on individual businesses and workers. Now listen to this, because this is something I've been saying for a long time. Now go back to Venezuela in crisis, just for a minute, okay? The last one I had. I don't remember the number, Josh. Okay, crisis in Venezuela. I don't know who the news network will be, but there will be that right there, crisis in America. Not crisis because of federal workers. There will be, I may not live to see it. I don't know. I may, because I think it's going to happen pretty rapidly, but we are a very wealthy nation with individual wealth. It could change overnight. But as we start taking, as the government starts taking your money, and they do already, I know what you're saying, they already take my money, but as the government starts really taking your money, you know, and let me tell you something, it used to be big money, but you got $10 million, you have not conquered the entire world if you got 10 million bucks. As they start really taking the money from the people in this country, which they will do, and Democrats advocate for, they want to end private insurance. They want Medicaid for all right? As soon as, boy, that was rude, and I apologize, but I couldn't get away from that one. But as soon as they start really taking all of your money, that right there will change to crisis in America as it switches. Because go back to number 27, all right? Underlying, and you know, I love words. I absolutely do. I love words, and I love to pick up and pull out what they're really saying here. You are mistaken if you do not think that the America you live in is already a bureaucratic, bloated socialist government now, all the way down to your local governments. Done deal, okay? Period. You're mistaken if you don't feel that you're already in a socialist country. Underlying these effects on the overall economy are much more significant effects on individual businesses and workers. Among those who experience the largest and most direct negative effects are federal workers who faced delayed compensation and, ready, private sector entities that lost business. Some of those private sector entities will never recoup the lost income. And the reason I say this is the real crisis in America that was not picked up and run with by anybody that I'm aware of is how our economic engine has been so tied to the government that we could not exist without the government turning, this behemoth turning out money that we don't have. And what I mean by that is every one of you in that camera today on the other side sitting at home, every single one, no exception. You work for, you know somebody, you do business in some way or another, that somehow the government is attached with some kind of value. Look at military bases, okay? Look at the towns. Now, for years, we know that every time, you remember Sam Nunn, and let's go in a Wayback Machine, but remember every time we discussed, you know, maybe shutting down a military base, okay? The economic impact in that area was so enormous, okay? That's your best example of how we got to where we're at today. So if you go to a military base, to get into a military base, you must pass the, 19 pawn shops, the 82 tattoo parlors, and the, all of the motorcycle shops, because first thing they do is they get these kids money and they go out there and they want a motorcycle, they want a crotch rocket or whatever they're called, and and you pass all these things. I've been to military bases, okay? And if you were to close that military base down, and that's when these politicians go nuts, the economic engine outside of that military base is enormous. Enormous. Why you immediately close down the town. You immediately close down the town. You immediately have all the tattoo artists out of business, and the motorcycle guys that sell motorcycles or ladies that sell motorcycles, their shops, and the grocery stores, they start dwindling down, and the restaurants start closing because you take the government milk away and immediately affect the economy circling that military base. All right, now that's not my argument for closing down the military base. We have expanded that problem because the area around the military base is just that. It has turned into their economic engine. There's nothing to sustain outside of that base the economic engine. Okay, there's nobody that makes lawnmower motors. There's nobody that makes, bearings. I don't know what it is. But that's the economic engine that's turning everything. Folks, in this shutdown, the truly underlying crisis that nobody picks up is the government has now become the economic engine that turns our economy. You are going to yell trade, you're going to yell trade numbers at me, you're going to yell housing, you're going to yell all these things at me. And I'm sorry to say it so direct. You are wrong. Okay? Well, my husband works for so-and-so and they've got a contract with this person, but then they also got a contract to where with the government over here to supply this, or they're a vendor that sells this, or they're tied to this. I'm telling you, That's the underlying crisis. Nobody pays attention to. It will collapse one day. The behemoth of the government has been exposed for what it is, 800,000 workers in a partial shutdown. What if it was real? And how the economic engine, the underlying engine of the private sector, see, that is the lie that's in this sentence from the CBO. Some of those private sector entities will never recoup that lost income. You're not truly, for the most part, in the private sector, because the private sector takes a whole different economic engine to turn. The economic engine doesn't start at the top with federal employees getting money from the government and then coming and buying your cars and buying your bread and buying your milk. You're not truly a private sector economy. So the number 26, crisis in Venezuela. It may be laughable, but you're going to find out what crisis in America means, and I don't know if we're going to see it in my lifetime, but you will. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. Take a brief break, and then we will come back and talk about Acting Director Whitaker saying that the Mueller investigation may be winding down and what is actually driving the media crazy. We'll talk about that. Take us a break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's 9:21. I better move it along. I got a couple other things to do here. The way to win over $200 in value in this Valentine's Day basket right here is to go to our Facebook page, Fetch Your News Facebook page. for how to win over $200 in value. And I will tell you, go to Fetch Your News Facebook page, and I will tell you what's in there before we close the show one more time. Go to number 30. Yes, they're wanting to know if there's going to be a pardon for Stone. Mr. Magoo. What's with the Mr. Magoo glasses, Roger? I mean, so Magoo's going to be arraigned today. They went nuts yesterday. Yesterday, the narrative was, Stone is not ruling out working with the special counsel here, Mueller. Now, number 34. Let me get to this before we forget anything. Number 34. I think I just sent that, so it takes a minute. So at 4 a.m. this morning on the East Coast, first picture up today, okay? And here is the very first picture up this morning at 4 a.m. Acting Attorney General Mueller is almost finished. So whenever you get to 34, just replace this one with that one if you don't mind. So Acting Attorney General Mueller is almost finished, all right? And that was the very first thing CNN put out this morning at 4 a.m. And then we have number 25. Do you have 25? All right, put 34 up. So CNN, and the reason I put these up, you see the timestamp, 4 a.m. Acting Attorney General Mueller is almost finished. Okay. Now, there's a couple things I want you to listen for that I don't have time to do on the show. It's a 2-hour show. But your homework to do is a couple things that you're listening for. Number one, the entire time, especially in the last couple months, is anything and everything they could do begging us to protect Mueller's investigation, okay? Now, in the last 30 days, we'll just call it the last 30 days, they've ratcheted that up with, because they know it's almost over, okay? This is why you're hearing it. They've ratcheted that up with, we need to be able to see the report. The American people need to see the report. Remember Barr being asked how the report was going to be released? Now they want to do something legislatively that says we must see the report and it must come to us. And I'll tell you why they want to see this report. And I will tell you why it's a big deal to them to see the report. Mueller's not writing the report. It will not be Mueller's handwriting. He is not sitting down and writing the report. There's going to be somebody else write this report, number 25. All right? This was at 4:01 this morning. Russian investigation. Acting Attorney General. Mueller is almost finished. Matt Whitaker, and that's who's pictured there. The Acting Attorney General. I hope we can get report as soon as possible. Number 24. Whitaker's Justice Department will review Mueller's report. That has messed them up today. Now, this is standard protocol. This is standard how it works. Now, you and I both know that between the FBI and the Department of Justice and the special counsel, we know all the corruption, okay? When I say all, we know there's corruption in great depth in all of these agencies, all right? But realistically, going back to Kenneth Starr, remember the Department of Justice is who gave Mueller his powers, who gave Mueller his mandate, who said, remember Rod Rosenstein, okay, not Jeff Sessions, a deputy director of the Department of Justice, gave Mueller, he appointed the special counsel. Everybody was up in arms, even Republicans. I think if we get a special counsel, we can see this through and it'll be done and over with. Why? They justified that. This will clear things up. This will just get this all behind us. Because of why the President of the United States, within the powers of the executive branch afforded to him by the Constitution of the United States, dismissed the top criminal cop of the United States, again, James Comey from the FBI. Oh my God, he exercised his constitutional right as the executive of this country and fired him. We must look into it. So we demanded Rosenstein, we demanded he appoint. And he obliged. So when he did this, so stay with me here, when he obliged and he put Mueller in charge, the Department of Justice is who writes their mandate. Remember the fear when Whitaker came in that he could just end the special counsel's investigation by just defunding the investigation and it would be over? Just not giving them any more money? Because it comes through the Department of Justice. So when Mueller is finished, he will likely hand a report to Barr. Not Whitaker, but likely hand a report to Barr. That's how it works. He reports in, goes to the Department of Justice. Now, Whitaker says Justice Department will review Mueller's report. Oh my God! He's going to review it! They've gone nuts over this morning because it's almost over and the Justice Department is going to review it, and the Justice Department has the right to write a summary and give it to Congress. They have a right to summarize it, pick it apart, and give it to Congress. They have a right. When I keep saying a right, I want to be careful with that, but it's their job to release what they can to the public. They do not have to release this report in its entirety. And there's a reason. So Whitaker says we will review this report. And oh my God, that has them up in arms, up in arms. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Number 20. Okay. Why are they going nuts? Because this is the guy writing the report. This is the guy right here. Now you're going to say this is old news. This is old news that needs to be refreshed, just like your computer. And who is this guy here? Let's go with, his name is Wiseman. Okay. His name is Wiseman. I had this right here just a minute. I had his Wikipedia page up. But Andrew Wiseman is who this is. And Andrew Wiseman, once you do your homework at home, you need to look at this. This is the guy that is going to write the report. This is the guy. Now, if you go to Newsmax, we'll take Newsmax, and lawyer Sidney Powell, prosecutor's record destroys credibility for Mueller probe. Okay? And former FBI director, now special prosecutor, Robert Mueller has added Andrew Wiseman to the prosecution team investigating allegations of the Trump administration collusion. Mr. Wiseman's real record as a special prosecutor is so egregious that Mr. Mueller's decision to choose his former counsel Wiseman should cause concern for anyone who's past interest. A tough mob prosecutor in the Eastern District of New York. Wiseman became the first deputy director, then director of the elite Enron task force in 1991. The list goes on. In the trial rife with prosecutorial misconduct obviously calculated to win at any cost, Wiseman helped rewrite critical jury instructions defining the crime and the intent required. 3 years later, a unanimous Supreme Court reversed conviction. All of the justices agreed that Anderson's conduct was not a crime, and it was shocking how little criminal culpability the jury instructions required. In plain English, Mr. Wiseman concocted a crime. The Supreme Court of the United States unanimously reversed the decision here in his case with Enron. You got to go into deeper on that. In plain English, Mr. Wiseman concocted a crime, destroyed a company and 85,000 jobs, spent millions of tax dollars, and obtained a wrongful conviction, all for nothing. The prosecutors were so overreaching that the judge even allowed Mr. Duncan to withdraw his guilty plea. Wiseman ran the grand jury like a petty tyrant. Okay, I'm just going on and on, all right? This is in depth of who Wiseman is. Now, Department of Justice Bruce Orr kept Mueller deputy in loop about anti-Trump dossier. Mueller deputy in loop. Who would that be? That's him. Sources say. In Battle Justice Department office, Bruce Orr had contact in 2016 with then colleague Andrew Wiseman, who is now a top Robert Mueller deputy, as well as other senior FBI officials, about the controversial anti-Trump dossier. The sources said Orr reached out about the dossier as well as its author, ex-British spy Christopher Steele, the opposition research firm behind it, Glenn Simpson, and his wife Nellie Orr worked for Fusion, occurred before and after the FBI fired Steele as a source over his media contacts. Orr's network of contacts on the dossier included former FBI agent Peter Strzok, former FBI lawyer Lisa Page, former Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, Wiseman, right there on the screen, Wiseman, and at least one other Department of Justice official and a current FBI agent worked with Strzok on the case. Wiseman was kept in the loop. Now, it is alleged, let me see, I got something else here. It is alleged that Wiseman, let me pull up my other one here. I had an article this morning that I was trying to get to right here. Hang tight. Sidney Powell, which wrote the other article I was talking about, Sidney Powell, longtime federal prosecutor and author Sidney Powell, described special counsel Robert Mueller's top prosecutor, Andrew Wiseman, and her reservations about him. Powell recalled how Wiseman forcefully prosecuted employees of the Arthur Andersen accounting firm during the Enron litigation, in which the firm's obstruction of justice conviction was unanimously overturned by the Supreme Court. Now, that's the one I want you to look into I was reading earlier. Okay? This is her quote. Andrew Wiseman could write a report about you giving your mother a nice Christmas present and make it sound like a federal criminal offense. She said Wiseman is a master manipulator of the media as well. Now, this is old news that needs refreshed. But this is right here, okay? Wiseman was kept in the loop on the dossier while he was chief of criminal fraud division. He is now assigned to the special counsel Mueller's team. Okay, this goes on in more detail with Orr and Wiseman. But let me say this, okay? Wiseman will write the report. Sources say allegedly, okay, on the internet, I have to say that, but there's enough, it comes from what I feel are good sources on the internet. Allegedly, Wiseman was at Hillary Clinton's, victory party that did not happen, all right? So this guy right here is as dirty as can be. He is one that is writing Mueller's report. And that guy right there is the reason why the Democrats are concerned. Go back to number, which one did we have here? Let's go back to number 24. Okay. Whitaker, Justice Department will review Mueller report. Will review. That's why their heads are spinning off, and that's why the Justice Department, Whitaker and Barr, plan to go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb because they know who's turning in the report. I believe that. And I believe that's the reason the Democrats and all of the media are going crazy over Whitaker's actually saying we'll review. And that's why you're hearing every day for the last 30 days at least how we must see it. We must see it. The American people must see it. Because Andrew Wiseman is writing that report. And don't think Mueller's going to hand it in. Wiseman's the writer. Watch and see. That's why they want to see the report. And that's why Adam Piece of Shift keeps saying the American people deserve to see what's in Mueller's report. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas, stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza. $5 each. Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Okay, folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's go to number 31. America, the news, they feel it's a book tour. So now you got Howard Schultz. Is that his name? Schultz from Starbucks, former CEO. He is on book tour, and he is teasing that he may run for president as an independent. But that may be pretty good for selling books. So he's on book tour. Media is going crazy about him, especially the left. They're trying to say he would be a spoiler. So he is Major News, which is hyping a book, nothing more than for Howard Schultz. And then MSNBC this morning at 6:01 a.m. Eastern Time. The first thing right out of the box, Joe and Minka, Chris Christie and Cliff Sims coming up. Book tour. But if they think they'll say something nasty, ugly about the President of the United States. Now, Chris Sims has released the book. What's the name of that book? I'll get to it in a minute. But the president tweeted out an hour ago, I did watch his interview, and the president tweeted out, a low-level staffer that I hardly knew named Cliff Sims wrote yet another boring book based on made-up stories and fiction. He pretended to be an insider when the fact is he was nothing more than a gopher. Go for this, go for that, go get me coffee, boy. He signed a non-disclosure agreement. He is a mess. So, but MSNBC, he has written a book, and they are treating him like some god inside of MSNBC, Joe and Minka this morning. So let's move from that. Let me see what I want, because I'm trying to wrap up here. I just got a couple minutes. Let me hit this one here. Let's see what we have. Let's go with, oh no, I don't want to go with that one yet. Hold on, let me see. I got one more. We'll get a couple. I got one more story here. Let's go with 23, the flavor of the day. Don't forget the flavor of the day. Senator Harris makes pitch to voters. Now, every single day, this is CNN at 1:04 in the morning. The very first thing out of the box this morning, pledges middle-class tax cut as first act in office. Tax cut for middle class, Medicare for all, and doing away with private health insurance, a Green New Deal to fight climate change, paid parental leave, and reasonable gun control. So she has come out of the box, and she is the left hero of the day, okay, for them. Number 28, I talked about the crisis earlier, the CBO, and the underlying things that really happened. Here is what Pelosi said concerning the CBO shutdown report. When the Congress completes its bipartisan bicameral work, I'm sorry about that, to fund the government, the president should swiftly sign that legislation to avert another shutdown and restore certainty to our economy and the lives of the American people. Please remember, certainty to the economy is an economy that does not exist, does not have an engine. It is the government creating an economy. And that's how the left sees it, okay? Let's go with number 29 on Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen will, the fixer. You know what's interesting is all these little shirts, stuffed shirts, and these children that have made it out of school with a diploma, and mom and dad went to the graduation, and MSNBC and ABC gave them a job. They now use fixer. I love when some of these kids say, Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former fixer, when they have no idea what the hell a fixer is. Statement from Representative Adam Pisa Schiff on Michael Cohen. Mr. Cohen has relayed to the committee his legitimate concerns for his own safety as well as that of his family, which have been fueled by improper comments made by the president and his lawyer. These attacks on Mr. Cohen's family must stop. It's the truth. Read it. It's the truth. Okay? Let's see what else I have here. Not much more. Here's one I want to do before we leave. Number 32. Now, Apple may have found some cracks. There may be a bite in the apple. There may be a worm in the apple. But the almighty Apple is cracking from inside, and they've got problems. Major Apple bug lets users eavesdrop on FaceTime. Okay? Now, that's at 5:01 a.m. Now, we do know Apple's projected income or growth or revenue because of China starting to, stole all their intellectual property and building an iPhone over there for half the price. We know the problem there. And remember, Apple was supposed to be so expensive, so great, because you could not hack an Apple. Why? You were protected if you had Apple. But this is a major bug, and Apple is suggesting that nobody use their FaceTime on their phone until they put out a patch to fix what eavesdrops. I mean, you're not even connected to your Apple friend, and they're eavesdropping on you. I guess to do FaceTime, you have to ask somebody, and they have to accept it. Well, in this case, they don't have to accept it. You just eavesdrop on them. You go into an eavesdrop. So let's just say this. Maybe Apple's been eavesdropping all along. Maybe somebody just figured out the back end here and turned it on for everybody. Maybe there's been some eavesdropping happening already because Apple's been coming out holier than thou. The Holy One. It's your information is what Apple said. Two more things before we leave. Let's go to this because I thought it was so humorous. CNN, we need to let you know, CNN number 26 has figured out there's a crisis in Venezuela. President supposedly may send 5,000 troops to Colombia. We are in talks with the who we are recognizing as President Gordo, is that his name? And Maduro will not leave, and CNN now finds that there's a crisis in Venezuela. If you notice, watch the entire crisis in Venezuela, and it will probably never be reported because socialism does not work, and it collapsed. So, and let me go to this one here. Don't forget number 19, it's the hat. Don't forget it's the hat. And they will tie everything to the hat. Tonight, the polar vortex coming in, right? And we can't find snow. Can we find snow anywhere, Josh? I have not found any snow yet as we close. Do you see snow? Do you have snow? Where? Right here in the studio. Look at that. Look at the snow. So while we're watching the snow and closing out, how do you win this Valentine's Day basket? Check out Fetch Your News Facebook page. Go to Fetch Your News Facebook page for details on how to win. $20 Carrington Coffee gift certificate here. $25 for dinner at River Street Tavern. $50 Hometown Florist right here. 2 movie tickets. The 2 movie tickets over here to GTC Movies. Tea Trees Boutique Aromatherapy Massage. Priceless. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning if we can brave the storm, make it through, get the sled out, mush the doggies. We'll be here. I'm your host, BKP. I'm going to have bacon and eggs.